Hi all, so this is a quick overview of the Thermacore Rapid Infuser setup. We're going to go in parts. Our first phase will be components. You have 3 components that you're going to need to set this up: the patient line, the filter disc, and the bucket reservoir. Dust cover. Pull your lever all the way to the unlock while you're holding the dust cover, because it will fall. Remove the dust cover.
Yep, go.
Alright, to load your filter disc, rest the bottom part of the disc onto the metal bracket. Make sure that you have this on load position. You're going to firmly press inwards, and then you're going to lock it. Keeping in mind that this goes all the way in and doesn't get pinched, because then you will have a hole. Close this together, and you're ready to set up your. You're going to get your reservoir bucket. You're going to sliding in sideways. You're going to have the mills facing you, just as you are going to have the screen. Once you slide that in, it automatically locks. And next, you're going to set up your patient, your lines, your filter lines. Blue goes to blue. Push. And then yellow goes to yellow, keeping in mind that only this part screws off, not the whole yellow part. Make sure that that is screwed tight. Next step is your patient line, which is your red tubing. You're going to detach the red. Press firmly until it clicks. This distal end goes to your patient's line. Keeping in mind not to use the pigtail or the connector piece of the tubing. Connect this directly to the hub of the catheter. Next step is connecting your lines to your saline as well as your blood products. But the first thing you're going to do is make sure that all of the tubing is clamped and shut off. Once you have your saline bag punctured, you're going to fill the reservoir bucket all the way up to 500 and then priming. Before you connect the patient tubing to the actual patient, you're going to turn the machine on by pressing and holding for 1 second the power button. The machine will turn on. Your next step is you're going to unclamp the reservoir, and you're also going to unclamp the patient tubing. And you're going to hold and you're going to press prime. If for some reason your tubing's not priming, push and hold prime manually until all the bubbles are out of the patient's line. Now you're ready to deliver blood. You're going to drop whatever amount you need in the reservoir. You come down here, and it's a bolus, say a 500 rapid mil bolus. You're going to hit 500 mil rapid and then hit start. A few key points: make sure that you replace the tubing if you see clots, visible clots in the line. For each infusion, you want to pick the bolus amount to restart each session in order to keep track of the total mils that are being infused, as well as to keep the bucket from running dry. Make sure that the machine is plugged in order to have the heat component. And your cartridge is good for up to 24 hours once you start.